नमस्कार. वाचन वेड, पुस्तक वाचन. मंडळी, आजचं पुस्तक वाचन खास आहे. मला वाटतं पुस्तक वाचनाचा या आधीचा जो माझा एपिसोड होता त्या एपिसोडमध्ये मी सांगितलं होतं की मी आमच्या डोंबिवलीच्या पाटकर विद्यालयात एक बुक रिव्ह्यू रीडिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी होती आणि त्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीच्या प्रोग्रॅमला मला बोलावलं होतं चीफ गेस्ट म्हणून आणि तिथे मी गेले होते. खरं तर पुस्तक वाचन हे मुलांमध्ये त्याचा इंटरेस्ट निर्माण करणं ही जेवढी आईवडिलांची जबाबदारी आहे तेवढंच ते शिक्षकांनी देखील मनावर घेतलं तर मुलांच्यात नक्की वाचन संस्कृती अधिक रुजेल यात शंकाच नाही. हे या ॲक्टिव्हिटीवरून मला अनुभवायला मिळालं. आणि खरं तर चांगली पुस्तकं हे चांगल्या मित्रमैत्रिणींसारखं काम करतात. म्हणजे आयुष्याच्या आपल्या प्रत्येक क्षणी प्रत्येक वळणावर ही पुस्तकं आपल्याला सोबत करून आपल्याला सांभाळत असतात. आणि हे पुस्तकांचं महत्त्व विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचणं गरजेचं आहे. आई वडील तर आपल्या मुलांवर चांगले संस्कार करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतातच, पण त्याहीपेक्षा शिक्षकांनी एखादी गोष्ट विद्यार्थ्यांना सांगितली की ती विद्यार्थ्यांना पटकन पटते. म्हणजे आमच्या मॅडम म्हणाल्या, आमचे सर म्हणाले, असं करून ते विद्यार्थी लगेच ती गोष्ट करतात. आणि म्हणून वाचन संस्कृती देखील म्हणजे हे पुस्तक वाच असं जर का टीचरने सांगितलं तर मग ती मुलं लगेच वाचतात पुस्तकं. आणि खरंच आमच्या पाटकर विद्यालयाच्या टीचर्सनी मुलांना काही पुस्तकं वाचायला दिली होती, वाचायला सांगितली होती आणि त्याचा रिव्ह्यू द्यायला सांगितला होता. आणि मुलांनी त्याला खूप चांगला रिस्पॉन्स दिला. मागच्या एपिसोडमध्ये तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी पाहिलं असेलच. आत्ता देखील हा जो एपिसोड आहे हे दोन भागात मी एपिसोड केले यासाठी, कारण या ॲक्टिव्हिटीला मुलांनी खूप चांगला प्रतिसाद दिला. आणि त्या मुलांचे सगळे जे व्हिडिओज मी शूट केलेत माझ्या मुलाने ते एकाच भागात दाखवले तर खूप मोठा व्हिडिओ तयार होईल म्हणून मी 2 भागात तो सादर केलाय. ते सगळे रिव्ह्यूज. या दुसऱ्या भागात जी मुलं आहेत ती 8वी 9वीची मुलं आहेत आणि त्यांनी सुद्धा खूप छान सगळे रिव्ह्यूज मांडलेत. सुरुवातीला विद्यालयाच्या मुख्याध्यापिका तावडे मॅडम यांनी देखील खूप छान मुलांना मार्गदर्शन केलंय. ते व्हिडिओज आता तुम्ही सगळे बघा. पण त्याआधी परत एकदा आठवण करून देते की माझा हा घाटे मिनल खेडकर हा चॅनेल प्लीज लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा, आणखीन कमेंट्सही करा. आणि या चॅनेलच्या माध्यमातून मी वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या पुस्तकांचा परिचय करून देणार आहे. केवळ काव्य वाचन नाहीये तर खूप खूप चांगली पुस्तकं मी स्वतः पहिल्यापासून जी वाचली आहेत, नव्याने आलेली पुस्तकं सुद्धा मी जी वाचते ती पुस्तकं किती त्यात चांगलं काय विचार आहेत ते विचार, विशेषतः चरित्र आणि आत्मचरित्र वाचणार आहे. लहान मुलांची सुद्धा पुस्तकं वाचून मी त्यातल्या महत्त्वाच्या गोष्टी, महत्त्वाचे विचार तुम्हा सगळ्यांपर्यंत शेअर करणार आहे. सो हे जे व्हिडिओज आहेत, हा माझा चॅनेल आहे, तो लहान मुलांपर्यंत पोचला, शाळेतल्या विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत पोचला तर ते मला अधिक आवडेल. आणि ह्या लहान मुलांनी जे रिव्ह्यूज, आमच्या पाटकर विद्यालयातल्या मुलांनी जे बुक रिव्ह्यूज सादर केलेत ते त्या मुलांपर्यंत पोचले तर मला वाटतं की इतरही मुलांच्यात वाचनाची आवड निर्माण होईल. आणि यासाठी पालकांनी आणि शिक्षकांनी खूप चांगले परिश्रम घेतलेत. ते परिश्रम देखील सगळ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचावेत. आणि मला वाटतं की प्रत्येक शाळेने या अशा ॲक्टिव्हिटीज, बुक रिडिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज कराव्यात की जेणेकरून वाचन संस्कृती रुजेल. सो हे रिव्ह्यूज बघा, त्याचे व्हिडिओज बघा आणि आपल्या मुलांनाही दाखवा. आणि आपल्या मित्रपरिवारात प्लीज शेअर करा माझा घाटे मिनल खेडकर हा चॅनल. आणि हे व्हिडिओज पहा, व्हिडिओज किती छान आहेत, मुलं किती छान बोलली आहेत बघा.
Very happy morning. Morning should be very happy, na? Yes. Then what happens throughout the day? You are very happy, isn't it? Yes. And the more you smile, the people around you will smile. Okay? And that is why to stay healthy, the mantra to stay healthy is to be happy. Okay? And everything is connected, students. When you read books, that also makes you happy. Have you experienced that? Yes. Not your textbooks, huh? Textbooks are being taught. That should be given to the teachers. They can teach you, but you should read it. All languages. Okay? But extra reading means what? Book reading. Not necessarily novels, anything. Okay? Anything. It's not necessary that it should be only novel. Okay? So, reading is enhancing one's knowledge. There are a lot of benefits of reading. If we start, there will be no end to it. Isn't it? Book reading session. What does it mean? It means we come together, we are reading one of the book and discussion on that book. Or it can be books read by you all different and then discussion on it. Book reading begins with the quality of page of the book, the title of the book, the cover page of the book, the author information, and what the author is trying to tell us through his book, and the beautiful lines which have made mark in your heart and mind. All that is being done in book reading session. Okay? The authors, the great writers, when their book is to come to the market, book reading session is being taken, so that people are aware that this type of book is going to come into the market. Okay? Now, book reading suddenly doesn't start. Slowly it begins. I hope there are many students who must be reading, and there are many more students who don't read. So, in which category you all come, you should decide. If you want to improve yourself and you want to be away from mobile, go for reading. Followed? Reading brings knowledge, reading brings discipline, reading introduces us to different vocabulary, construction of sentences, it helps us to imagine things, it is a way without moving our feet, we travel throughout the world. Don't we? Sitting in one position and we travel. If the author is, writing about somewhere in European countries, you reach to that country. Without any effort, you don't have to spend money also. You reach there. Isn't it? Your heart and mind reaches there. The author is taking you. Followed? So, book reading is something which really helps you to develop as a person. All successful people you'll find are great readers. Okay? You also start, with Indian authors, and then you can shift to the foreign authors. Authors you'll find come from the same family background. Thinking level is different. And books you'll find are different. Some are biography, some are autobiography, some are experience they give in their own. Sudha Murthy writes her own experiences, isn't it? Some books are based on animals. Ruskin Bond mostly writes on the animals, isn't it? Some of the books are very humorous. They take up a topic which really makes you to laugh. Okay? And if you keep on reading yourself, you are being introduced to different emotions through the books. So book reading should be done by each and every one. You should begin with it. Few days you will find that it takes a longer time. Slowly as you get habituated, you will find yourself reading books in a month, 2 or 3. Not so big, small books. Okay? You can introduce yourself to Ruskin Bond. You can introduce yourself to Sudhamurthy. You can introduce yourself to William Shakespeare. You can introduce yourself to Prem Chand. Who are these? These are great intellectual writers. So when you be in the company of intellectual, automatically you try to become an intellectual. Your thinking improves. Okay? So remember that you can do it. You should have believe in yourself. There is a book, Believe in Yourself. Okay? Which is written by Dr. Murphy, where he tells that how you have to believe that you can do things. There is a book written by Ruskin Bond, Happiness. To be happy and not to be happy. The gap between these two always makes us to stand still. So happiness is just around you. You just have to catch hold of it and be happy. Okay? So I hope children, more and books will be read by you, and book session will be taken every now and then. You are ready for it? Are you ready for it? Yes! Very good. Thank you so much.
I invite Anushka Golab from 8B to tell us about the importance of reading. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Myself Anushka Golab from 8B. I am delighted to be here with you today to celebrate National Reading Day, an occasion that holds immense significance of readers and learners across the nation. National Reading Day, observed annually on June 19, is a day dedicated to fostering a love for reading and highlighting the importance of literacy in our lives. But have you ever wondered why we celebrate this day, or who initiated this wonderful tradition? Let's explore together. National Reading Day is celebrated to honor the memory of late P.N. Panikkar, the father of library movement in Kerala, India. He played a pivotal role in spreading the joy of reading and the importance of literacy. His tireless efforts led to establishment of numerous libraries, making books and knowledge accessible to countless individuals. The P.N. Panikkar Foundation, along with the Government of Kerala, initiated National Reading Day to commemorate P.N. Panikkar's contribution to literacy and to inspire future generations to embrace reading. The day also marks the beginning of Reading Month, which continues until July 18th, further extending the celebration of reading and learning. Now let's talk about the importance of reading. Why it is so crucial? It helps us to enhance knowledge and imagination, improves focus, concentration, boosts vocabulary and communication skills, reduces stress, promotes lifelong learning. In conclusion, National Reading Day is a celebration of profound impact that reading has our life. It reminds us of the joy, knowledge and growth that books bring as we celebrate today. Let's recommit ourselves to fostering a love for reading, not just in ourselves, but the younger generation as well. Let's remember the words of P.N. Panikkar, read and grow. May we all continue to grow through the endless journey of reading. Thank you and happy reading.
Some of my friends are going to share their book reading experience during summer holidays. Now, I would like to call upon my classmate, K.R. Mehta, who will share book review about the book Governance for Growth in India, written by Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam.
Good morning, respected madam, teachers, parents and my dear friends. My name is K.R. Mehta and I am studying in Standard 7th B. As India chooses its 16th Lok Sabha, and so goes on the introduction of the book. Before I go into any further discussion, I want to ask a question to you all. So can you tell who was Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? Yes, you are right. The author Dr. Kalam was no doubt one of the most respected and influential Indian presidents. A person by all standards has set a benchmark for determination and the will to achieve the goal of a developed nation. Born on 15th October 1931 at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu, Dr. Abul Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam specialized in aeronautical engineering from Madras Institute of Technology. Dr. Kalam is one of the most distinguished scientists of India and has received honorary doctorates from 45 universities and institutions in India and abroad. Dr. Kalam became the 11th President of India on 25th July 2002. His focus and greatest ambition is to find ways to transform India into a developed nation. Today I am here to introduce his masterpiece book titled Governance for Growth in India, which is a wonderful memoir of Dr. Kalam's journey from his days as a graduate of MIT to this date. As you can see, the cover of this book contains a magnificent picture of Dr. Kalam and the title written in bold letters. The book starts with a recent visit to Ropar, Punjab, where he is entrusted with the moral responsibility of answering the question which has eluded the youth of our nation. Who should we vote for if all the candidates are not worth electing? And the answer they receive shows the true character of our former president, the one which we have all come to admire. The book reflects the total life experiences of a man who has worked with all major aspects of the largest democracy in the world, from IAS officers to prime ministers, working under brilliant intellectuals of our nation like Dr. Sarabhai. Abdul Kalam shares his knowledge and collective experiences in hopes of leading the Indian youth towards a more educated and leadership-oriented environment. If you have read Chetan Bhagat's What Young India Wants and were left wondering what and how to achieve those goals and in the process be able to uplift our motherland, the book puts forward few very interesting concepts which, if implemented, can really bring about a change. The best part of the book is the fact that it is so well organized into chapters and points, and to top it off, such simple use of English. I'd love to see a Hindi version of this book to increase the reach. It also talks in exquisite detail about various e-governance methods, leadership traits, monitoring policies, and responsible citizens. Few of the references reminded me of Rajiv Gandhi's famous words on our inability to monitor the money allotted for the poor. The book puts forward a solution on how to eradicate these cases of poor monitoring of government funds, mainly by increasing transparency in the system via public audits. RTI, the closely knit structure between the different bodies of government so as to increase government answer stability. A must read, though at times it might feel like you know the topic well. The author's insights make it worth a read. Also, it is easygoing and a very light read compared to other non-fiction books which talk about India on the pathway to a developed nation. I would like to recall the inspiring advice of Swami Vivekananda. How has all the knowledge in the world been gained but by the concentration of the power of mind? The world is ready to give up its secret, if only know, how to give it the necessary blow. The strength and force of the blow come through concentration. There is no limit to the power of human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is brought to bear on one point. That is the secret. Thank you.
I am here to share one book's review which I have read in summer vacation. Our Vidya Thakre teacher has suggested us to read the book named The Boy Who Wanted to Fly. The book narrates the story of J.R.D. Tata and his journey to the skies. This book's front page shows one small boy standing and looking up to the sky. This cover page inspired me to go ahead and read the book about the little boy. Stories about little boy Jay and his childhood. Jay's mother was French and his father was Indian. Hence, Jay used to travel between Paris and Bombay. His school friends in Mumbai used to tease him for his French accent. Jay often used to think from which place exactly he belongs to. One summer day, Jay saw very famous aviator Adolphe Peugeot performing breathtaking tricks in his aircraft. Jay got fascinated towards and decided to fly. When he grew up, during one of the troublesome days of war in Europe, Jay saw a zeppelin flying across the sky and then tells his mom that one day he will become pirate and drop bomb at the enemies. But when Jay grew up, he became mature and his dream of flying transformed, and he joins aviation to connect world instead of pulling them apart. And this boy Jay from this story is no other than great J.R.D. Tata, Jahangir Ratnaji Dadabhai Tata, founder of Tata Airline and Tata Group. I like this book because of its simple language and narrative pictures shown by writer Miss Lavanya Karthi. I got goosebumps while reading last lines of this book. They are to connect the world, Jay thinks, and among the clouds that he belongs. Thank you.
I, Anshi Verma from Standard 7C, is going to share a short review of the book I have read, written by Swami Vivekananda. So first of all, I am going to tell about the book cover. The book cover is designed by Manoj Publications, a very famous publication in India. The design cover shows Swami Vivekananda in deep meditation, with a calm mind and devotion shown on his face. The cover is quite attractive. The cover has the title Bhakti Yoga, the art of worship, written in bold to describe the meaning devoted to yoga. It suggests that one should have true devotion towards yoga. We all know that International Yoga Day is celebrated on 21st June all over the world. Our school too had celebrated Yoga Day yesterday, in which all students had a chance to participate in it. The practice of yoga can overall benefit the physical, mental and spiritual well-being of a person. By celebrating Yoga Day, India displayed its rich yoga heritage and sent a message to the whole world about global health and peace. And so is this book trying to send us a message about the importance of yoga. The author of this book is Swami Vivekananda itself. Swami Vivekananda, born on 12 January 1863 to 4 July 1902, was born as Narendranath Datta. He was an Indian Hindu monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and the chief discipline of the Indian mystic Ramakrishna. He was a key figure in introduction of yoga to the Western world. Through practice comes yoga, and through yoga comes knowledge. Yoga is a method to understand reality. In this book is explained that Bhakti Yoga is a spiritual path, a spiritual practice within Hinduism, focused on the cultivation of love and devotion towards God. It has been defined as a practice of devotion towards God, solely motivated by sincere, loving desire to please God, rather than the hope of divine reward or the fear of divine punishment. It is a means towards a state of spiritual liberation or enlightenment through the realization or the attainment of oneness with God.
Bhakti Yoga is often considered by Hindus to be the easiest way for ordinary Hindu people to attain such a spiritually liberated state, because although it is a form of yoga, its practice is not so rigorous as most other yogics do, and it is possible to practice Bhakti Yoga without needing to become a full-time yogi. The most best thing I liked in this book that it is full of inspiration. And the best teaching I got from this book is Klesho Diktas Stesham Vyavakta Sakta Chetasam, meaning the way is more difficult for those whose mind is attached to the absolute. Thank you.
Today I am going to express my views regarding the book The Bird with Golden Wings. This book is written by famous Indian author Sudha Murty. Sudha Murty is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation. Her education qualification is M.Tech in Computer Science. She is also a social worker who helps poor and the needy people. She is a profile writer whose books are written in English and Kannada. She is recipient of R.K. Narayan Award for Literature. Her writing collection includes novels, travelogues, short stories, and many. The Bird with Golden Wing is one of her literature which is meant to all children who love short stories. You must be wondering why I chose this book. This book was suggested to me by my librarian, Parika. Front cover of this book describes the title of the book. Front cover is very attractive and catchy. There is a golden yellow figured bird with its wings spread and a poor innocent bird. This book includes many stories like Let's take a glimpse of some of them. Smartest who was rewarded for serving the most tastiest dish to the king. Make a guess, what was the most tastiest dish? How it was prepared? When it was served? In the story of Golden Fish and the Demon, in spite of fulfilling all the wishes, how the demons comes in the end? You want to know? There is another funny thing, the king with donkey's ears. The story tells us to keep a secret is an art, not an easy job. Now let's come to turn off interesting story behind the front page. A poor girl is rewarded with lovely gifts when she feeds a hungry bird on the rice she has. What happens when the girl's greedy neighbor hears the story and tries to get a better gift for herself? To find the answer of all these questions and read the 21 interesting stories, I suggest all of you to read this book. With the message, each story of this book leaves readers with a message of wisdom and values in the life, for which I read this book as far on far. Let me know your reviews too. Thank you.
My name is Ashish Shyam Surve, studying in 8th. Today I am here to present a speech on the importance of reading. Reading is a very good habit that one needs to develop in life. Good books can inform you, enlighten you, and lead you in the right direction. There is no better companion than a good book. Once you start reading, you experience a whole new world. When you start loving the habit of reading, you eventually get addicted to it. Reading develops language skills and vocabulary. In summer vacation, I read a book named How the Earth Got Its Beauty. It's a wonderful book written by Sudha Murty. Sudha Murty is an Indian educator, author, and philanthropist. She was born on 19 August 1950. She was a former chairperson of the non-profitable charitable organization Infosys Foundation. She has wrote 29 books up till now. She has received many awards such as Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and R.K. Narayan Award for Literature. So let's begin to see what's inside the book. In this book, there is a girl. She tells everyone that her name is Devi, but her real identity has a little twist. She wanted to see if humans are doing good on earth and if they wanted anything more. She founded three sisters who she felt had everything they needed to lead a happy life. But the sisters said they were very bored with their life. To make the life of their own imagination, she gave them an opportunity. So, will the three sisters be able to make their lives interesting again? This book shows that how the love and warmth of Mother Earth embraces everyone while making sure that its beauty and serenity are not murdered and destroyed by people's desires and greed to own it.
Nobody can own Mother Earth's creation like birds, animals, mountains, stars. In a bid to own more, we often forgot to be grateful for what we already have and what nature has blessed us with. It also touches upon the wise that even a little bit of power makes selfish and greedy. This also reiterates that Earth is our home, and we need to pledge together that we will not pollute air, water, land, and protect its beauty the way it is. I like the book because from this I got to know about the greed of a person, about the unnecessary needs of human beings, and this book also says that save Mother Earth, there is no planet B. So they got what they wished for, but the Mother Earth also taught them a lesson along with it. And that's how the Earth got its beauty. Thank you. I am Swara Desai from 8th. Today, I am going to review the storybook by Sudha Murthy. In this summer vacation, I have read the storybook by Sudha Murthy named The Sage with Two Horns. Sudha Murthy was born in 1950 in North Karnataka. She is a prolific writer in English and Kannada. She has written novels, technical books, travelogues, collection of short stories. Her books have been translated into all major Indian languages. A generation of children has grown up reading her books. This book has the stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. This book has 5 chapters. First, Guruve Namaha. This chapter has the stories of students and teachers. I like the story A Rainy Day. In that story, a young boy named Aruni was bringing firewood for the ashram, and it was going to rain soon. While returning back, he came across a rice field which belonged to the ashram. So young Aruni thought, if it rains heavily, the field will be flooded. So without not even thinking for a moment, he lied down on the field as a boy. Later, his guru says Dhrona started searching for the boy. He found him lying on the field as a boy. But the sage was touched by the boy's sincerity, and his guru gave him the name Udalaka, the one who raises the boundaries. Udalaka is remembered as a great scholar. I love this story because how Aruni, not even thinking about himself, what will happen to him? Instead, he thought about his guru, that if this field gets flooded, what will my guru do? So will you be like Aruni? Second, the king who became sage. In this chapter, there are stories about how the great and powerful king left their luxurious life and became sage. And do you know, Bahubali isn't just a fictional character. He was a real-life prince of Ayodhya, just like Sri Ram. Raja Prithvi Pratik. In this chapter, there are stories of great kings who gave us moral lessons, like don't hold greed for material comforts, and always be truthful and faithful towards God and everyone. A bag of surprises. In this chapter, there are stories that the majority of us don't know. The Dhruv Tara or the pole star was named after a young prince. And do you know, the Pandavas in the Mahabharata were actually the king of gods before Indra. Tales from the fifth chapter is named The Tales from the World. This chapter has the stories of gods and gurus. And did you know that Lord Ayyappan was the son of Lord Shiva and Vishnu? Lord Vishnu had taken the form of Mohini. Lord Ayyappan had taken birth to kill the demon as Mahishi. Overall, I love this storybook. I love the illustrations on the cover of the book and on the pages. So I would recommend all my friends to start reading this book. Thank you.
Myself Atharva Sanjay Guru from Standard 8 Division C. Today on Reading Day, I would like to share some information about book that I have read in my summer vacation. Review of one book which I like the most. The name of the book is Atomic Habits by James Clear, a revolutionary system to get 1% better every day. People think that if we want to change our life and become successful, we need to think big. But in this book, the author explains that what really works in our life to become successful. The book goes deep about the power of small habits and their ability to make a big impact on our lives, and also teaches how to build and break habits effectively. One aspect of this book is the author's idea that a change does not occur overnight, but by accumulation of small, consistent actions. He has written a simple but a powerful framework, the 4 laws of behavior change.
consisting of making habits obvious, attractive, easy and satisfying. These laws, when applied properly, can help to create desirable habits and eliminate undesirable ones. The evidence-based approach adds weight to these ideas presented, making them more compelling and trustworthy. He breaks down the process of habit formation into easy-to-follow steps so that we can implement these steps in our lives and see the progress. Physiology and neuroscience is used to explain why they matter. Along the way, he tells inspiring stories of Olympic gold medalists, leading CEOs, and distinguished scientists who have been the science of tiny habits to stay productive, motivated, and happy. The author's writing style is engaging and easy to understand. He uses many examples to illustrate his points, which kept me hooked from the beginning until the end, and also some charts, diagrams, which helps us to improve ourselves. The book organized in logical and a one-word manner. Atomic Habits is a must-read book for anyone looking to improve themselves by harnessing the power of habits. For those who are seeking personal growth, better development and healthier habits, this book offers invaluable insights that can help you to reach your goals. Thank you.
So children,
Very informative book. Now I hand over the mic to Anuradha teacher to continue with the program.
so children, you all heard the books that they have read. They have expressed their views in front of you. I know many of you must have got inspired by this, and you have already decided, planned that you are also going to read a book. And ma'am, let me tell you, there were many students who were enthusiastically participating. When madam had told us to take only 2 students, we took 5 from each standard. There are students who are prepared. So sorry students, next time surely you will get a chance. And many more who are sitting here, they will also get a chance. Okay? वाचाल तर वाचाल. कळलं मी काय बोलले? तुम्ही बुक रीड करणार तर तुम्हाला एक्झॅक्टली कळणार त्याच्यामध्ये काय आहे. वाचाल तर वाचाल. ओके. आणि एकच सांगेन की जे मॅडमने सांगितलं आता आपल्याला की जे बुक असतं त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व होऊन ते बुक वाचा, जेणेकरून काय होईल की आपण जे बुक वाचतो ना त्यातले जे काही पार्ट्स आहेत, जे काही हे आहे, त्याच्यामुळे आपल्याला ते काय म्हणतो आपण त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व होतो आणि ते कळतच नव्हतं की तुमचा किती टाईम जातो त्याच्यामध्ये. तुम्ही फुल त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व होऊन ते वाचता आणि ऑटोमॅटिकली ते आपल्या ब्रेनमध्ये जातं. सो थिंक लाईक दॅट. ओके, थँक्यू. हॅलो, आय एम ऑडिबल? व्हेरी गुड मॉर्निंग respected teachers and dear students. I know you all are hungry. I will not take much time. I'll just know that right now, respected principal madam, Meenal madam, and all other students, they have shared their review of books and they have told the benefits of reading and everything. So I will not repeat that all thing. I'll just tell you, reading is very, very important to develop your 4 C's. 4 C, alphabet C. First C is creative, critical thinking. Second is creative thinking. Third is communicating, and fourth is collaborating. This 4 C's, if you develop, and you will develop by with the help of reading, and you will become a successful person in this world. So I request you all, the students who are not started their reading process, who are already reading the book, please read more and more books. And the students, start from today, read at least 1 page per day. Their books may be as per your liking, adventures, stories, or mythological stories, or anything which you like, bibliographies, biographies, etc. etc. So see that, start the habit, inculcate the habit in you, and start and see in 1 month you will see the effect, because you are going to develop your vocabulary in higher manner.
So I request everyone and teachers and myself also. Yes, we are going to start reading right from today. Yes? Yes! Thank you very much.
आवडले ना सगळे व्हिडिओज? किती छान बोलतात मुलं. आपण जर का त्यांना खूप असं मार्गदर्शन केलं तर मुलं नक्कीच वाचतील पुस्तकं आणि मोबाईल, सोशल मीडिया याच्या विळख्यातून बाहेर येतील. पण त्यासाठी पालकांनी, शिक्षकांनी, आपण सगळ्यांनी त्यांच्यापर्यंत सगळ्या चांगल्या गोष्टी पोहोचवल्या पाहिजेत. तर नक्की वाचन संस्कृती निर्माण होईल. निर्माण झालेली वाचन संस्कृती नक्की रुजेल. फक्त आपण तसे प्रयत्न केले पाहिजेत आणि चांगल्या गोष्टी मुलांपर्यंत पोहोचवल्या पाहिजेत. सो प्लीज हे सगळे व्हिडिओज मुलांपर्यंत पोहोचवावेत अशी माझी इच्छा आहे. थँक्यू.